Do you know why you've been studying English for years but still can't speak? It's a question most learners avoid because deep down they fear the answer. Maybe something is wrong with me. But nothing is wrong with you. The problem is not you. The problem is the method you were given. And in this video, I want to share a story, a realization, and a simple set of practices that can finally unlock your ability to speak English naturally. 1. My personal story. From 0 words to speaking comfortably. When I tell people that I once didn't know a single English word, they think I'm exaggerating. But it's true. I was a college student, and if someone asked me to introduce myself in English, I would freeze. I didn't understand even basic words like excuse me or pardon. English felt like a huge wall, and I didn't know how to climb over it. Like most students, I did what I was told. I studied grammar. I memorized new vocabulary lists. I repeated verb tenses again and again. I bought thick textbooks that promised to take me from beginner to advanced. And for a while, I believed that if I collected enough grammar rules, English would suddenly click. But nothing clicked. It was embarrassing. Worse, it was discouraging. I remember sitting in a classroom one afternoon, listening to my teacher explain the difference between the present perfect and the present perfect continuous for the 5th time. Students nodded. Some pretended to understand. I looked at the whiteboard and felt a heavy question growing in my mind. Why do people who study like this never become fluent? And that question changed everything. The realization. English is not something you memorize. It's something you live with. My breakthrough didn't happen suddenly. There was no magical moment. But one night, while trying to memorize another list of vocabulary words, something felt wrong. I was staring at the words, repeating them in my head, hoping they would stick. And I realized I would never use these words in real life. I didn't even know how to put them into a full sentence. I had the pieces of a puzzle, but not the picture. That's when it hit me. English is not about memorizing. It's about using it, a little, every day in a natural way. Children don't learn language by studying tenses. Travelers don't become fluent by memorizing lists. People become fluent because they hear the language, feel the language, and start thinking in it. The reason you can't speak isn't that you're incapable. It's because you've been trained to learn English like a school subject, not like a real language. You were taught to study English, not to use English. Once I changed that mindset, everything shifted. Tip 1. Listen to English 15 minutes every day. This is the simplest advice you will ever receive, and the most powerful. You don't need to study for hours. You don't need textbooks. You don't need to understand everything. Just listen. 15 minutes a day. That's enough to slowly reshape your brain. Put on a short video, a podcast, a clip from a show, or a piece of music. Don't worry about missing words. Don't pause to look up vocabulary. Don't force anything. Let the language flow over you. The goal is not perfection. The goal is exposure. Think about how children learn. They listen first, for months, sometimes years. Before they ever say a word, they have absorbed the rhythm and sound of the language. You can do the same. And something interesting will happen. After a few weeks, the sounds will stop feeling foreign. Sentences will feel more familiar. Your brain will begin to predict patterns naturally. That is the foundation of speaking. Tip 2. Speak out loud. Even simple sentences. Most learners don't speak because they're afraid of making mistakes. They wait until they feel ready. But the truth is, you will never feel ready. Fluency doesn't come first. Speaking comes first. Fluency follows. Every day, speak. Even if it's just 2 or 3 simple sentences, even if no one is listening, even if your pronunciation isn't perfect, say them out loud. Let your tongue feel the words. Let your mouth get comfortable with the sounds. If you think silently in your head, it won't work. You need the physical action of speaking. Start with small steps. Say things like, I drink coffee in the morning. I go to school. I like listening to music. You might think these sentences are too simple, but they are training your brain to produce English without fear. Once the fear disappears, fluency grows naturally. 5. Daily exercise. 3 sentences about your day. Here is a practice that changed my life. Literally, every morning or evening, choose 3 sentences about your day. Any sentences. Simple sentences. Sentences you actually use in real life. And then say them out loud. Speak slowly. Speak clearly. Focus on the rhythm, not perfection. Here are examples. I woke up early today. I have a meeting at work. I'm cooking dinner for my family. I feel tired but motivated. I want to improve my English step by step. These sentences help you connect English to your real life, not to a textbook. It's the bridge between knowing English and speaking English, and this bridge is built one sentence at a time. 6. Motivation. Slow steps, real progress. Most people quit because they expect results too quickly. They want fluency in 1 month. They want vocabulary without forgetting. They want confidence without practice. But language doesn't grow that way. Language grows like a plant, slowly, quietly, consistently. Every day you listen, the roots grow deeper. Every day you speak, the leaves grow stronger. Some days will feel slow. Some days you'll feel stuck. That's normal. But small daily steps, repeated again and again, create real change. Think about this. If you listen to 15 minutes a day and speak 3 sentences a day for 1 year, you will have listened to 90 hours of English. You will have spoken more than 1,000 sentences. There is no universe where you remain the same after that. And mistakes? They are your teachers. They are the proof that you are learning. They are the doorway to fluency. So don't fear mistakes. Fear standing still. 7. Final message. You do not need anything special. You do not need perfect grammar. You do not need a teacher every day. You do not need expensive courses. You just need your mind. You just need small daily habits. You just need the courage to speak, even a little. The more you do it, the easier it gets. What feels impossible today will feel natural tomorrow. And slowly, very slowly, English will stop being something you study. It will become something you live with. That is the moment fluency begins.